Yes, people. Welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I have no idea why my camera looks like that. Let me try and does that clear that up a little bit? Hopefully, it focuses a little bit better. There we go. That focus is miles better. But yes, people, welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I know this show is slightly earlier. Normally, we go at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm doing this show earlier so I can do the Ivory Coast versus Algeria Watchalong, which kicks off in just under an hour. But like I start every live stream on the channel, love to everybody who is supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity. It's much appreciated that it does not go unnoticed in it. So big up to everybody who is supporting the channel. Large up everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV. Please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you are watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video, share it across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And make sure when you subscribe, you hit that notification bell as well, people. Make sure you hit that notification bell because it is road to 4K. Road to 4K, so hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the subscribe button for all the individual videos as well, because sometimes with YouTube notifications, even if you have the notification on and you're subscribed, sometimes you don't get notified when we go live. That's an issue on the YouTube end, so you can go to each individual video and do that. But yeah, man, road to 4K. I will get to all the comments. And for those that haven't seen the ManDem United podcast before or heard the ManDem United podcast before, it is a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United, people, dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions Manchester United related. Please big up to Black Diamond, who was here early and said, like the stream on your way in. We're pleased to have you a part of a wonderful, fast-growing, positive community. Facts. That is big facts. Large up to Nipping in the Cup. Big up, who's also a member. Link for the membership is underneath in the description. Gabier says big up to Flawless. Big up to you. Harris says Algeria need a win. I've not been following the AFCON like that, so I don't know. Where is the watch-along? The watch-along will be on this channel immediately after this show. I'm not sure who's joining. Maguire came on and was a mess like always. We're going to get into all of that. So yesterday we see Manchester United beat Brentford 3-1. So that's why I said here, big up to my guy Cams each and every time as well. Can United build on the away win at Brentford? Can United build on this win? And that's what I wanted to talk about and go in depth. Obviously, I give my thoughts on the game as well. So we've seen the lineup come out. The Gea and goal made sense. Happy to see the Lowen Tellers. Very happy to see the Lowen Tellers because they're miles better than Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. Just miles better. Varane and Lindelof, who I've been critical of, both played well yesterday, so I didn't really have any qualms with the back five. I like the formation change, even though I didn't like the midfield or the attack, which I'll get into in further detail. I like the formation change. So it was McTominay, Fred, and Bruno as in your midfield three, and then you had Alanga, who deserved his start. He deserved his start after his last performance. Alanga, Greenwood, and Cristiano Ronaldo. The problem is, again, with that midfield three, the ball retention and the front three, creativity, which shown in the first half, because the first half we weren't good whatsoever. In the first half, we was not good whatsoever. We was not at it, and all the issues that I was concerned about looking at the lineup all came to the light. And Brentford missed, I think it was 3 or 4 one-on-one chances, and that's on Brentford. De Gea did well. De Gea does what De Gea does when it comes to one-on-ones and saving. But yes, we must, we have to play better than that. Otherwise, a better team would punish us. But how many times have we said that? Whether it's Brentford, whether it's Villa, whether it's Arsenal, there are 3 games off the top of my head recently where we've said that, and that comes down to the quality of the league and who you're playing. Second half, we got it together, and for I think Palace, you could say so, the Villa, we had the element of control in a football match. And we've not had that for the longest. I've not seen that. Under Ollie, I didn't see that. It's now Brentford, we've had it. Palace, we've had it. And Aston Villa, we've had it, where there's been an element of control for a sustained period of time, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 15, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's a whole half of football. Do we need to put it together and put together a first minute to 90-minute performance? Absolutely. We need both halves to be that good. That's what we need. We need both halves to be of that level. However, we're starting from the bottom. So from going from not having an element of control in any match, like I said, the second half against Brentford, I think they created one good chance from the counter-attack from our corner, which we need to sort out because we shouldn't be getting caught from when Manchester United have a corner. So from then on, we shouldn't be getting caught. But other than that, second half, I wouldn't say we dominated, but again, an element of control. Everybody played better. I'm saying De Gea was De Gea, like I said. Dalot and Tellers are great outlets going forward and solid defensively. Varane and Lindelof, who I've been very critical of, were very good yesterday. I have no qualms with Varane and Lindelof. They were both quality yesterday, and I want to see them both keep up that consistency in terms of individual performances and also as a partnership as well. McTominay was miles better in the second half. McTominay was miles better in the second half, as we've seen, and he was involved in the third goal. Fred, the pass for the first goal, absolute quality. Pass for the first goal from Fred, absolute quality, and Fred was Fred. You know what I'm saying? That was just typical Fred. Good finish from Alanga as well, composed finish, and Fred should have had 2 assists because Bruno should have scored right at the end. I've said it for the longest about Bruno. He's not a 10, and we're seeing that. I've been on this very show criticizing and being very critical of Bruno at times because, and I've stated many times he is not a 10 now, and I also stated that he hadn't put 2 performances back to back together. He's managed to do that now. He played well against Villa and he played well yesterday against Brentford, and it's mad that's in the 8. He's not a 10. I've said it for the longest. All his better attributes are playing as an 8, and we're seeing that now. Alanga took his goal well and was bright the entire time. Took his goal well, which he did. You know what I'm saying? I need to get a trim as well. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was bright. Greenwood scored the goal, but was fairly ineffective. And minus the chest pass round the corner for Greenwood's goal, which was very good from Ronaldo. He was fairly ineffective. I'm sure you lot will have questions on that as well. But overall, good performance, a good element, and like I keep stating, element of control. Let me get to the comments. Pick up everyone that's locked. Make sure you hit the like button on the video and subscribe, please. Do you care what Ronaldo did yesterday when he came off? Man, I just overreacted, in my opinion. Pretty much, Abdi. It's rare that we agree, but I agree with that. I don't particularly care. We won the game. The subs that came on worked, and I'm going to get into that in further detail shortly. But, Rashford came on and scored. No qualms. We're playing counter-attacking football. You take Ronaldo off the pitch. Simple as that. You take Ronaldo off the pitch. For the sake of humanity, Liverpool need a win tonight. I'm not sure about that, Nippon. Not sure about that. Back 4 plus De Gea must start again, says Mohammed. I agree with that. Was it even gassed that we run? Ronaldo talked a big game and look what he does when he got subbed. Now, I was gassed we won because we could have easily drew that. At 2-0 up, I'm like, this is Aston Villa written all over it. And I'm not fussed about what Ronaldo did. Are you lot doing Watchalong for the Scums versus Liverpool? Maybe, I'm not sure. Gabby Ye says, players are allowed to be pissed if subbed off, but got to keep the same energy to others as well. That's the key thing to it, Gabby. You can't be mad at Ronaldo, but then when someone else does it, say it's him showing his professionalism and his mentality and will to win. But then if someone else does it, you criticize and call them a big baby. You have to keep the same energy across the board. Either it's a great mentality and it shows you want to win, or you're a big baby and you're throwing your toys out the pram. It's one or the other. Me, I don't particularly care. Yeah, Black Diamond, man, get your rest, man. Get your rest. Z says, Flawless, it's all about improvement, bro, and I can see that from last night. People expect a quick fix from Ralph. Not going to work like that. I fully hear what you're saying. People do expect a quick fix, and this is a bigger job than what we expected. What I liked about yesterday, what I liked about yesterday from Ralph was not only the subs, where he's took off Ronaldo, Maguire's on the bench, Rashford's on the bench. Secondly, he's been proactive. We were 2-0 up against Villa and dropped a 2-0 lead. We then go 2-0 up away to Brentford, and he switches the formation. Was I a big fan of the subs? No, but hey, the Rashford sub worked because Rashford scored. But he's being proactive. I think it was in the 70th minute he did that. And he's doing the subs early. He's not waiting to the 80th minute, the 85th minute, the 88th minute, etc. And he's changed it to a back 3. And yeah, okay, we conceded, but I like the fact He's thinking. I like that. And he's learning from his mistakes. Bear in mind, people, this is the interim manager, people. He's the interim manager. This is not the permanent manager. And this is why I'm not going to be overly critical. The reason why we're in this mess, a lot of it to do is with recruitment. Our recruitment hasn't been good enough. So when Ralph moves into the consultancy role and brings in his own guy, then once he brings in his own guy, that should improve our recruitment, because our recruitment has been terrible. It needs to improve massively. And then that can help us improve, not even improve, that can help us develop a style. That can help us develop a philosophy, use a consistent formation, have a profile of player we go for across the pitch, all the way from right backs, centre backs, holding midfielders, box-to-box midfielders, our wide players, our strikers, etc. Whatever system we play. So that's why I'm gassed about it. But he's being proactive, and this is all we ask for. Where else we at? Big up to Ronan in the building as well. Big up to you. He says it was always going to take time under Ralph. Excited to see us to continue to develop under him. That's my thoughts on it, Ronan. I'm excited now to see. I'm looking forward to the West Ham game, which is a massive game in the top 4 race, to see how he does. Like, I'm very, very much so looking forward to see how he does. And this is why when people were getting on his case, I'm like, at least let him get into double figures of managing games in the Premier League and then judge him fairly. People too quick. 2-3 games in and want to judge man. 5-6 games want to judge man. No. Give man at least the bare minimum 10 games. And again, he's the interim manager. And he's figuring out what works and what doesn't. He came in, played 4-2-2 and tried playing a high pressing system. It didn't work. He switched back to the 4-2-3-1. That didn't work. Now he's gone 4-3-3, which I've been crying out for the longest. I like that. People say, oh, we don't have a 6 who can play 4-3-3. We don't have the players to play 4-2-3-1. We don't have the players to play 3-4-3/3-5-2. Utilize what you have. I like the 4-3-3. It suits our midfield players better. Fred is a better 8 than he is a 6. Bruno's a better 8 than he is a 10. We have Pogba, who's an 8. Donny, who's an 8. Even McTominay, who I don't rate, is a better 8 than he's a 6. The only actual 6 we have is Matic. All our midfielders are 8s/10s. And I think the majority of them are better as 8s. Donny, I can't say. Pogba, I just hope he gets a free role. But Bruno, Fred, McTominay are all better as 8s. And like I said, Donny and Pogba are more than capable. So that's 5 of our 6 midfield players who are more than capable of playing 8s. So you utilize the system. And then the 4-3-3 as well. What I like is we got Martial and Sancho to come back for those wide positions. So you got Martial, you have Sancho, you have Rashford, you have Lingard, you have Diallo. So we have 5 players that I just named off the top of my head, and I'm probably forgetting players who are all capable of playing either on one side, one wing or the other. And even up front, oh yeah, Greenwood as well. That's 6 who can also play out wide. Then up front, you got Greenwood, you have Cristiano Ronaldo, you have Cavani as well. So there's options. And this is what I like. There's options. Where else we at? Big up to Ryan in the cut as well. Ronan says, assuming they give Ralph the influence, he needs to make a difference from above. I agree, Ronan, 100%. And this is why I'm more gassed about him with the consultancy role. That's a bigger job, because hopefully it can sort out the structure, as Nuruddin would say. Flawless off topic. I saw your Insta stories with the video shoot, you in your element. I'm so hyped for the new project. Yeah, man, big up, man. Obviously, we shot a video last week, Sunday. So that single release will be soon. And then we'll release another single. We'll release 2 singles off the EP in it. So one of the singles, both singles probably be out in February. And hopefully the EP will be out in February as well. But we are working, people. People was asking about music. So for those, that'll be on all your streaming platforms as well. Plus the Take Note YouTube will be up and running soon as well. Flawless, do you think there's a chance that Ragnick might not even go upstairs at the end of the season and just leave the club? No, I don't think so. I think he wants to stay because he's supposed. Reports have it. He asked for the consultancy role, so I don't see why not. And he's balling with a budget. He has all of the tools. He has a big bag. He has massive financial tools to sort this out. And he can bring in his own guy as well. Of course, man, he's probably excited. If I'm him, I'm excited. I'd be excited about this role. You have a consultancy role at the biggest club in the world to me, biggest club in Europe. You can then bring in your own manager. You can build it as you want to build it and help try and return this club to glory. Absolutely. And if you fail, you fail. But also, like I said, it's the money incentive. You don't have to sell. Like when he's been at Leipzig, before. When he's been at what was the other club? Leipzig. Where was he at before Leipzig? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I just use Leipzig as the example. You lot in the comments will let me know. But yeah, when you're at Leipzig, like you have to sell people the project. Not only is he very good at selling projects, he's also selling Manchester United, which sells itself, and you're offering a big financial package to whatever player, manager, or coaching staff. Like in the words of Sai, this is Manchester United Football Club. Legit. This is Manchester United Football Club. Black Diamond says, that's why Ralph is trying to structure the team, but if he fails as an interim, he ain't going upstairs. It depends what you class as. Nah, I disagree, because it depends what you class as failure. I don't think Ralph going upstairs has any bearing on his interim role. They weren't like, right, if you don't finish top 4, you're not getting the interim role. I don't believe that is the case. He just come in. What interims do is steady the ship. And so far, so good. Like I said, I like this system change. 4-3-3 suits the players we have down to a T. It suits the players, as does the back three. It suits the fullbacks. We do need a 6, but it suits the majority of the midfielders we have. It suits the wide players we have. The striker's the only one I look at maybe and go, it doesn't suit you. But again, if you're dominating the ball, then yes, that comes back into outside of formation, the style. If you dominate the football, it's fine. You don't have to worry about certain things. And that's what, against most teams, Manchester United should be dominating the ball. We should have an element of control because we are good enough. We are better than most teams in the league. And Brentford, we've shown that in the second half. We've shown that, sorry. Where we at? Do you think they'll buy him a midfielder this month? I hope so, Ronan. But to tell you the truth, I don't know. With this board, I have no idea. But he needs to be kicking up a fuss and asking for a midfielder. Because if we sign a 6 and then we have Matic backing that up, now we're so much stronger in that area, and that strengthens our chances of winning games and winning trophies. If you have a new number 6, Matic backing that up, that improves the first team. That now improves the squad. And then say you want to go really defensive, you can play the new midfielder and Matic together. If you really want to shut up shop. Again, it's all about options, people, and being flexible. Flawless, what do you think happened with the Martial situation? If Martial did lie, then I wouldn't have expected Ragnick to put him in the squad, but he did. To tell you the truth, Ryan, like I answered Ronan's question, I have no idea. Me and Tox was discussing this on In the Mud, and Tox was convinced that Martial was lying. I don't know. I legit have no idea. I don't know. You think Thomas Frank is crying? Yeah, man, he's definitely still crying. He's still salty, man. Bear of this, man. He hella salty. Enough salt. Bare salty still. He's still crying right now, Bainesy. He cried into his pillow. He woke up mad, still crying. Abdi says, I'll be optimistic for the season if we beat West Ham and have a good performance. That would make it 3 games in a row. We would have played well in parts. And again, that's building blocks. Is it where Manchester United want to be at the end? No, but it's a start. So I agree with this, Abdi. And West Ham's a good test. And like I said, it's a big game in the top 4 race. But I can't praise Ralph enough because I've criticized him. I can't praise him enough for being proactive and switching to that back 3 and taking off Ronaldo and not starting Rashford and not starting Maguire and things of this nature, and no Wan-Bissaka and no Shaw. He's come in and doing things that I wanted him to do. No Wan-Bissaka, no Shaw, no Maguire. Rashford dropped. Bruno playing as an 8. Like Bruno not doing this 10/9 thing. Like I like this. Ronaldo being brought off the pitch when he's not playing well or when he doesn't suit what we're trying to do. Game plan. Pick a system for the players. Don't build the team around one man. Matisse said that, and he was right. Shout out to my guy Matisse. Don't build your team around one man. Have a system that all the players complement each other. So if one player is missing, it's not a massive drop-off. Flawless, did you see Ralph's interview? When asked about the consultancy role, he said the Glazers never discussed details because the focus was to save the season. I wouldn't expect the Glazers to do that. Glazers don't talk football. They don't know anything. So I'm not surprised he's not talking with the Glazers. The Glazers don't know. They don't be paying attention. Did they know we played yesterday? When did the Glazers ever come out and say anything football and let us know that they have any idea of what's going on or they have any football knowledge? Was it not one of the Glazers who got Ronaldo's age wrong when he joined? Like, this is what I'm saying. Of course, the main thing is for Ralph to save the season. But what I'm saying is if he doesn't save the season, that doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't get the consultancy role. But the objective, and that's Ralph for you, He's very one-track minded. All right, let me forget the consultancy role. That's in 6 months. Let's sort this out now within the team. Let's finish in the top 4. Let's see how far we can go in the FA Cup. Let's see how far we can go in the Champions League. And it's promising. It always not lost. This is why when everyone was asking me, even after the Villa game, there was another game we drew. Was it Newcastle? And people were like, oh, do you still think Manchester United can finish top 4? Yes. We are still we're 4 points off West Ham with a game in hand. Yes, Arsenal and Spurs are above us and they have games in hand on us. But my point is we're 4 points off 4th with a game in hand. And we play West Ham on the weekend. We have to play Arsenal again. Do we have to play Spurs again? I believe we have to play Spurs again as well. So we're well in the race and we have enough quality to finish 4th. This league is not that great. West Ham are not great. Arsenal are not great. Spurs are not great. We're more than capable of finishing above these teams. And hopefully if Chelsea keep slipping, then it opens up another spot in the top 4, even though I don't think that will happen. But we can dream. A man says, would Pogba and Bruno suit box to box? Yes, but I'd prefer to see a 6. Bruno do the box to box and Pogba get a free role. Ironically, the last manager to do that was our last interim manager, which was Oli. And he had Herrera playing the box to box, Matic in the 6, and Pogba was doing the free roll thing. And that's why I want. I want him to do the free roll thing. Absolutely. Do you think Chelsea are going down the same path as Arsenal, or some of our fans getting overreactionary? A little bit overreactionary. Pogba doesn't have the discipline to go up and down as an 8. I think he can, but I don't want him to. I want him to have a free roll. Give him the freedom Bruno had. And let Bruno, and whether it's Fred, McTominay, or Matic, or a new midfielder, do all his running and his defensive work. I want Pogba in the final third. I don't want him in the middle of the pitch. I don't want him picking up the ball off Varane and Lindelof. Get Pogba up the pitch. So when Telles and Delo are crossing the ball, he's in the box. When Ronaldo or whoever the 9 is has the ball, Pogba's close to him. Same way with the wide players. I don't know why and this is not you saying this, Ronan, why we have Pogba playing so deep. As an opposition, the last place you want Pogba is in your final third. You want him 70, 80 yards from goal. Yeah, you go pick up the balls of the centre-backs. Nah. I want him higher up the pitch. RJ says, I cannot believe that we're not bidding for a DM like Zakaria this January. Are the United owners blind? Yes, they are blind. And this goes back to my point about the Glazers. They ain't paying attention to what's going on. They ain't paying it no mind. I think Pogba is perfect as an advanced 8. That's where interim Oli played him, and Pogba was the best player in the world for that time. I agree. Tesco's finest. You already know, man. You already know. Let's go, Ronan. I know you might be healthier than me and have sea salt and that. You know what I'm saying? G's flawless on smoke today. Always on smoke. You wilded with that. Flawless, do you think Chelsea have to really worry about top 4? I still think they'll get it comfortably. I agree. That's why I said I don't think Chelsea have to worry about slipping out of top 4 like that. No, I think they'll get it together. Ronan says, will we get top 4? I think we will, Ronan. I think we will. Man United not even getting top 4. Even if we get a C holding midfielder, Conte will make Spurs get top 4. Conte is a winner. Conte is a winner. 100% Conte is a winner. However, I said this when Conte went in there. Spurs are now a threat. And if Spurs finished above us, it wouldn't be a shock. But if you're asking me to make my prediction and give my opinion, Manchester United finishing 4th. Do I think Arsenal will overtake Liverpool's 31-year league drought? How many years are they on now? Marshall says, big up Flawless, your prediction for tonight's game, Arsenal-Liverpool. I have to see the lineups, Marshall. I'm not going to lie. Mohammed saying, Ralph lies. Hope Martial does well wherever he goes or at United. And I still think he'll do better if he starts. Yeah, Martial's going to play. Football is a marriage of convenience. Martial playing for Manchester United helps Manchester United. And Martial needs to play, 1, to get his move if he wants to move, and 2, the World Cup's coming up. So it makes sense for all parties involved to get on the same page. It makes all sense for all parties involved. We are 2 points behind West Ham. If we win, we go 4th on Saturday. Most likely, you can see Spurs dropping points to Chelsea. I hear that. So I might have got it wrong then, but you're right, Z, in terms of we can go 4th on Saturday. And I think Chelsea beat Spurs, yes. I don't see Spurs beating Chelsea. Black Diamond says we did miss out on Conte, but Conte is a short-term fix. So either way, we need a long-term or short-term fix. What would you prefer? I'd prefer long-term. Would I have complained about Conte? Absolutely not. But we know how that ends. That film ends in tears. That 110. Would Manchester United have had success under Conte? Absolutely. But we know that ends in tears. 110% we know it. And the Spurs one's going to end in tears, even though I believe he will have success, whether it's top 4, whether it's Conference League, whether it's Europa League, whether it's FA Cup, whether it's League Cup. One of those trophies or top 4, I can see him doing for Spurs because he is that good of a manager. They're going to be 18 years without a title. Yeah, so 31 is too much. Man said, Seesaw, LOL, you must think I'm dead posh. Nah, healthy, Ronan. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how unhealthy I am. Healthy. That's what I said, healthy. Another Premier League club has made an offer to Sevilla and Diego Carlos to sign Brazilian centre-back. Approach understood to have come from a London club, but not thought to be Arsenal. Okay, I don't know anything about this Diego Carlos guy. No idea. When will you start questioning Chelsea? Because them man have won 1 game in their last 7 games and it's not looking like it's getting better. Here's the thing, Abdi. They've won 1 in 7 and they're still 3rd. That's how bad the Premier League is in terms of quality. This is my whole point that I've been stating for the longest. They've won 1 in 7 and they're still comfortably 3rd. They're still 3rd. Wolves have scored, I think, 17 goals in 22 games and they're 7th or 8th. Brighton have won 1 game in 3 months and are 8th, 9th or 10th. Leicester have been horrendous pretty much the entire season, and I think they're 11th. Premier League is not a good league in terms of quality. Is it entertaining? Yes. In terms of quality, nah. Bainesy, I'm not worried about. Spurs can do what they like. I'm not worried about Spurs. Would you take Conte as the next permanent manager if he became available for next season? It's all on Ralph. Whoever Ralph wants in, I'm with. So whether that's Conte, whether that's Ten Hag, whether that's Poch, whether that's a manager we've never heard of, I'm all with it. I am all with it. Is Bruno good enough as it ain't good enough for Manchester United? For where Manchester United are trying to go currently, yes. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Absolutely. He shouldn't be the main man, but yeah, he's good enough. For us, we're trying to finish in the top 4, get to the last stages of the Champions League, etc., FA Cups, League Cups. He is good enough. Now, when you're chasing titles, that's a whole different conversation. But can he be a part of that team? Yeah, just not the main course. He can't be the main 8. Like, he can't be our go-to guy. That's what I'd say. Who do I think goes through tonight? All about the lineups, Ryan, for me. See? Brighton have won like 6, 7 games in the league and they're in the top half. Exactly. They're not comfortably 3rd. Teams below them have just not played the same amount of games. Look at the table. So Arsenal, okay, look at the table. Arsenal are 9 points behind them and have 3 games in hand. Do you believe, Abdi, Arsenal win all 3 of those games? To me, they're comfortably in 3rd. God, they have nothing to... If I'm Chelsea, I'm not worrying about being in the top 4 race at all. With Arsenal, West Ham, Spurs, and United chasing me. And we've won 1 game in 7, and they're still not above us. I am not. That's just me. I'm not concerned in it. I don't get scared. Like, I'm not getting scared. See that? 1 win in 7, and they're still 3rd. Big up to YG. Says, big up Flawless. Hope you've had a great day. Yeah, man. Long day of streaming ahead, but we move. I agree with you. Can't Arsenal and Liverpool just both lose? I'd love that. Flawless, if Ralph hired me as manager, would you back it? Whoever he what's it called? Brighton as manager, I'm backing it. Chelsea, no chance. Comfortable. Yeah, like I said, innit? It couldn't have been much more worse for Chelsea in the past 7 games and all the injuries and everything, and yet they're still 3rd. And they're still what? Like I say, Arsenal are 9 points behind them with 3. Arsenal are not winning those 3 games. It's like, no. Then I just don't rate the teams around them. Spurs are bad, but can't believe getting so much praise for scrapping 2 late goals while Leicester was in the ascendancy. A win is a win, but they lack quality. I agree. I think Chelsea can be dragged if they continue like this. Absolutely, they can be. If they continue to. Yeah, absolutely they can. Absolutely they can. Please make sure you retweet and like from my Twitter, share it from my Instagram as well. That's Be Flawless. Let's get as many people in here as possible. And please make sure you continue to get your questions in, people, but keep them Manchester United related, please. If Spurs beat them, they will have 5 points behind them with 4 games in hand. They don't even need to win every game to be above them. Do you believe Spurs beat them, though, Abdi? That's my question to you. Do you believe Spurs, who have won 1 league game in like 30 years at the Bridge, and the last time that they won at the Bridge, Spurs' manager was Chelsea's manager? Do you believe they would? Like, come on, man, Abdi. Wait, Abdi, you're the same guy who... Why am I going back and forth with you? You're the same guy who was a Lakers fan and then switched to the Bucks because the Lakers was doing bad. Whatever, man. Why am I even going back and forth with you? Whatever, man. Whatever you say. Let me have a look at the table, though. Going back and forth with people who be switching teams and that. Like, what am I doing? I should slap myself. Where else we got? So I'm having a look here. So, yeah, Chelsea are currently 23 games, 44 points. West Ham, 22 games, 37 points. Spurs, 19 games, 36 points. Arsenal, 20 games, 35 points. United, 21 games, 35 points. And the goal difference is West Ham, they have a much better one. United +5, Arsenal +8, Spurs are +4, West Ham +11, Chelsea +28. So that can play a part as well. That can play a part. My synopsis on Ralph is almost complete. Now researching some of his past behavior issues, some questionable ManDem undertones, reserving judgment, but monitoring. My trust is sacred. I hear you. Sure, whatever you say, Abdi. Yeah, man flip-flopped. I'm not even going back and forth, man. I forgot. Do you think Tellers is good enough to be the long-term left back? Absolutely, yes. Big fan of Tellers. Yes, 100%, right. Are you starting to see a style in United team that was not entertaining for the most part yesterday? No, I'm not starting to see a style. But what I'm starting to see is an element of control. I'm starting to see... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm starting to see a solid foundation, a solid base, tougher to beat, winning games. I'm starting to see those small things that we haven't seen for the longest. Was it entertaining? No, but it's all about results. Ain't even an entertainment thing. All about results, not entertainment. Absolutely. Well, back to that Mitesh's question. It's a results business now. We in the business end of the season. We got Champions League coming up next month. I'm not sure when we play Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, but I'm looking at those 2 things as well as the top 4 race as well. And people are really underestimating going deep into the Champions League. I'm not winning it, but what that can do as experience for this set of players, and then what that can do for next season as well. Because I really believe we can beat Atletico Madrid. Let me have a look at the league table. Let me have a look. I don't know how they've done. I know Bainsy has been watching Atletico Madrid much more closely than I have. But let me have a look. Let's see where they're at in the table. Where are we at table-wise? It's the table not popping up. So, yeah, they're currently sat 4th. Okay. Let me see some of their recent results. So, they went out to Sociedad in the Copa del Rey, drew to Villarreal, beat Real Vallecano, lost to Granada, lost to Sevilla, lost to Real Madrid, lost to Mallorca. Wow, so they've lost. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, 6. They lost 4 out of like their last 6, so they're not in great form. I'm saying I respect them, but am I worried and concerned? Absolutely not. We can definitely beat Atletico Madrid. Definitely. But I'm running, oh yeah, right, 4th of Feb. So it's after the break. It's FA Cup. I did not know that. Big up to young Izzy. Says big up Flawless. Ronaldo chest pass though. Quality pass. Very, 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 very good pass. It was. Perez says West Ham fan here not confident this weekend, but it'll be a great game. Are you not confident? Perez, ask me why. Tell me why you are not confident, please. Because that gives me confidence that you're not confident. I don't know about Tellers. Yes, he can ping a ball, but defensively he lacks physicality like Lindelof. I don't think you need to be physical as a fullback. But that's me. YG saying defensively they're horrible, but don't have a vocal number 9. 3 wins in 10 in all competitions. Wow. No style of play, now working on fundamentals that have been lacking for the last 3 years. And I'm all for that. Work on the fundamentals. That's cool. That's what needs to be done. I'm happy about that. I'm absolutely working on like we are back to basics. We are learning our ABCs. We are learning our ABCs. Like people are talking about us forming full sentences and learning about verbs and adjectives and that. Yo, we are learning the alphabet again, people. We are going A, B, C, D. Like that's what we're on. Like that's where Manchester United are. We back to basics. Not as much as a centre back, but we're playing right now. Our fullbacks are more old school than modern. I disagree with that. I believe if Tellez is at Chelsea right now with Chilwell injured, he's playing. If Dalot's at Chelsea with Reece James injured, he's playing. Our fullbacks are more than good enough to be in their squad and play. So I disagree, absolutely. I don't know what more to tell you in that. Trent's injured, Dalot plays for Liverpool. Shimakasa's done decent. Like, I don't know. Like, they're more than capable, more than they very good going. I don't know what people want. Tellez is good going forward, great creative outlet, great set piece delivery. And defensively, he's not been roasted. Show me the game this season where we defensively be like, yo, he was awful defensively. Like, he's made mistakes, yes. But what defender hasn't? I don't know what people want. And he's miles better than Shaw. He's the best we have. So we have to run it. The perfect fullback don't exist, people. Where we at? Hey, Abdi, you switch teams. I even hearing what you gotta say. I'm sorry, innit? I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry. Yes, I fully refuse to watch Cobra Kai, and I'm gonna continue to refuse to watch Cobra Kai. Absolutely, I'm not gonna watch it. How many likes we on? Right, we went over 20 likes. Big up you lot. Don't forget, in about 20 minutes, we will be doing the Ivory Coast versus Algeria game, people. We will be doing the Ivory Coast versus Algeria watch-along right here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Okay, Saki. Tell us ain't nowhere near sure. Cool. We were excited about Ralph's famous, is that Geegan? I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I'll just say G-Press. That's what I'm going to call it. Ralph's famous G-Press, but the only press we get is press conference. I had to say, you're a joker. That's because he figured out these players aren't it. That's why. So he's like, all right, let me abandon this. Yes, they get in their teams with their systems they have, but ours is more than lacking right now. And don't get it twisted. I don't like Shaw, but he's better than Shaw. Yeah, so they're good enough. If they're good enough, if Tellez is good enough to play for teams who are better than us, he's good enough to play for us. Like, is what it is. Abdi, whatever you say in it, whatever you got to tell yourself in that to make yourself feel better. Because you were talking about, oh, Lakers were not losing and that. And then boom, Lakers lost. And then you switch to the Bucks. Can't respect it. So I'm not hearing what you have to say. United lose, you might switch and support City. You might support, you know what I'm saying? Wait, I swear you was back in City on a Twitch stream. Yes, where was we at? So yeah, I don't know what people want. Tellez is more than good enough. Dalot's more than good enough. These men have not put in bad performances. Show me their bad performances this season. They've been consistently good this season, both of them. But yet people want more. That's all I want. It's consistency. But people were out here and back Lindelof when he's been inconsistent in the past. People will back Bruno when he's been inconsistent in the past. People will back Shaw. People will back Wan-Bissaka. People will back Rashford. People will back Oli. We had a manager who was inconsistent, and I'm not hearing this noise. All right, this is not what we're doing. I would take Basuma in the midfield for Manchester United. I would definitely take Basuma too. Basuma improves our midfield at 110%. 110% he does. Sure, whatever you got to tell yourself, Abdi. Well, it's an easy fix. We need a midfielder in this January transfer window. Why is the 20th of January we haven't signed one? I don't know. I have no idea as to why. We should have signed one. 110% we should have signed one because we need one in because it's going to help us massively. It's going to help us massively. TV is making pure noise. Let's get this game ready. Because what is kickoff? Like 15 minutes away. Boom. I've not watched the AFCON game. I think this is the opening game. Yeah, I believe so. This is the opening game. Perez said squad depth will cause West Ham problems at the weekend. Kurt Zouma Angelo Agbona both injured. Diop and Dawson are dead. Losing to Leeds 3-1, 3-2. Surface, we lack squad depth. Okay. Yeah, no Zuma, no Agbona. You lost to a Leeds side, and it wasn't even like it was a fully fit Leeds side. Like, they have their issues. I'm more confident going into that game. I'm more confident. Thank you for Perez. Imagine if Spurs beat Chelsea on the weekend. Tuchel will be under even more pressure. Chelsea owners are known for their ruthless nature. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that could drag them in. So that's on them. Do I believe they beat them? No, absolutely not. Nah. Yeah, I know it's at 4 p.m. Is that even a real side? Because he's modded. I'm literally checking, see? I knew, yo, people, man, like, Saeed's my guy. Can easily check. Man out here trying to be fake. For wing back to be fully effective, the team must be work as a balanced unit. We can't expect excellence from tellers when the rest of the team is dysfunctional. Now, people just want to get onto players they dislike. That's all it is. That's all it is. Because he's been good the entire season. He's been consistent the entire season, but people will still criticize. If he continues at this level the entire season, I have no qualms. Same for him, same for Dalot. Same for Lindelof. I'm not a fan of. Exact same for Lindelof. If he continues playing at this level, as he did yesterday, and he has done for the majority of the season, no complaints whatsoever. There are a few good games in the AFCON so far. Ghana team disgraced us. I did see that still. Obviously, I see it from socials, innit? I see it from the socials. When I scroll down my timeline, I can tell if it's been like an entertaining game, and it seems that a lot has been going on in AFCON. Okay, your last few questions in, people. Obviously, this is a shorter ManDem United than usual, and an earlier one as well. Now, Saeed does believe that, that De Gea is the best goalkeeper in the world. He was saying it yesterday. JB says, McTominay and Fred were good in the second half yesterday. I just hope they can do it for 90 minutes and do it every game. I agree. They were good in the second half yesterday. And again, that comes back to consistency. Bruno says it is what it is. As long as we slowly get rid of Maguire, I'm happy. It looks like he's being seen out. And Rance made the point about, and I think it was Ahmed on here who made the point as well. Yeah, Ahmed made it, and then Rance made it also, that he came on the pitch and didn't get the armband. Came on the pitch, did not get the armband. That's a sign. And Lindelof and Varane, after that performance, deserve to keep their places. So unless he plays a back three, which I don't know why he'd switch, hey, Maguire gonna hold bench. One clanger inside will be back on his neck. You'll see. Maybe. Maybe. We'll soon find out, though. What else we got? Why are you overgassed? But again, yeah, back to yesterday. Can't praise Ralph enough and give him his plaudits for what he did. Being proactive, making changes, dropping players from the lineup, system change with 4-3-3. That Saeed wasn't a mud. I checked it. Wait, was that Saeed a mud? Let me double check. You got me dying myself. Hold up. Oh, yeah, shit, it was. Let me unhide him. My bad. Sorry, Saeed. My guy. Saeed messaged me. Think that, yeah, it was a mod. My bad, Saeed. I apologize. Hey, mods, you got to be on job with that when I make them type of errors. But big up Saeed every single time and that. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell Statman he's the best in the world. I mean, that De Gea is the best in the world. Yeah, it was Saeed. Saeed, you're unblocked. My bad. My apologies. Perez says, one thing I will say, if United play like they did in the first half against Brentford, West Ham's Bowen and Antonio will surely punish United. Absolutely. We can't play that level. We can't perform at that first half level against West Ham because we will be 2-3, 4-0 down. Absolutely. Yeah, JB, that was crazy. I saw an AFCON clip where the keeper just let the ball slip through his hands and the other team equalized. It was mental. Facts. Flawless, don't you think Lindelof is good enough to be a squad player? That's what I've always meant when I've been defending him. No, you've called him class. Class players aren't squad players. But do I believe he's good enough to be a squad player? This is where you don't listen, Ryan. Yes, I've said this. If he's our fourth choice centre-back, I have no qualms whatsoever. There should be 2 in front of him and then 1 on the bench in front of him, and then he should be 4th. Yes, I have no qualms with that, because that's where he would be for Liverpool, that's where he'd be for Chelsea, that's where he'd be for City. So if we're trying to get to them levels, that's where he should be for us. Do I think Maguire is one of the worst signings in Premier League history considering price and performances? Yeah, he is. Mitesh says, I was so excited when Ralph said he was selling Maguire, Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. Something seems wrong with that. Yeah. Something is wrong with that. Let me actually double check. I should have, yeah. Saeed's been modded again, so we're good. We're good. Because when it popped up, when I checked the what's it called? The YouTube studio, it didn't have the spanner next to it. But I'm hoping, Mitesh, I need to get into that further. I'm hoping that is real. When he's done a damning assessment of the squad to the board and said Wan-Bissaka, Shaw and Maguire are not good enough. I'm with it. Big up my guy Saint. Go subscribe to Saint's channel as well, people. Saint LFC TV. Hilarious individual, great content creator. Only bad thing about him is that he's he's a Liverpool fan. Minus that A1 guy in it. So shout out my guy Saint every single time. I'm saying, I said free Lingard, this guy a joker. You're a comedian, fam. I saw Saeed on Money TV. He was asking people's riddles. Was a good video. Yeah, man. Salute to my guy Saeed. Big up to One Rovers Vlogs every single time as well. Just in, West Ham duo Kurt Zuma and Souček are back for the game against United. We lost against Leeds because we didn't have Souček or Zuma, so that's a massive boost. For you lot, it is. Absolutely. If you have class squad players, then that's great for you. I don't think he's class. Exactly. Saint, you don't have class squad players. You have decent ones. If you're a class player, you're a first teamer. Hear the language. You see that vocab is very important what you choose. And then when I get onto you and people get onto you, like, why do people get onto me all the time? Would you say stupid things like that? That's a dumb statement. If you think Lindelof's class, have him at Liverpool. Nobody thinks he's class apart from you. You're the only rival fan I hear talk about this guy with such vim. Lindelof can do well, but I still think he needs to toughen up because he gets pushed off the ball too easily. If he also removes all the errors in his game, then it's good. He's better than Maguire. That's not hard to be better than Maguire, and he's not good enough. Out of Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, and Maguire, I would keep Shaw as backup. Yeah. Yeah, Saeed told me to tell you, Bainesy, that De Gea is the best in the world. I need to message him, actually, let him know I blocked him by accident. Could have been Mank, so God is good. Yo, fam, what you you'd be blessed to be a Mank, fam. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's as like from here or United, fam. Seen 1 league title in your life, fam. I feel for you, Saint. I feel for you, man. I've seen like 13, fam. But it's okay, I'm here for you, innit? You can live vicariously through me. I can tell you how good it was, innit? You know what I'm saying? Let me message Saeed and that. But big up Saeed every single time out here doing bits. Who you got for the semi-final tonight? All about the lineups. Once I see the lineups saying, that's when I'll be like, all right, cool. It's all about the lineups. Lingard needs to come back home. West Ham, big up. Governor B, massive. Yeah, I don't get the Lingard thing. Like, he's good enough to play. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm lost. I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. Well, here we are. Shit, why's my ish not working in that? What is going on? Don't forget, people, Ivory Coast versus Algeria. When this live stream ends, that live stream will start. I'll be doing a watch-along for it. Flawless, can we lock in a £20 bet? United won't end in the top 4. So who you saying ends up in the top 4? We can lock it, but we have to do more than that. Like, you have to put a team on the what's it called? Like, you have to pick a team. I pick a team to finish top 4. You pick a team to finish top 4. Can't just have it United and it's free on. No. You have to pick West Ham, Arsenal, Spurs, whoever else, and we can run that. I'm all for it. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I think Lindelof would do well at City. He's great on the ball. That's all you need to be a good centre-back at City. He doesn't start for City. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this and you hear this. He's not better than Laporte. He's not better than Diaz. He's not better than Stones. He's fourth best. But here we are. What do you think a man needs to do to unlock Sancho? Sancho's been one of our brighter players under Ralph. And I think this system will help. He just needs game time. That's all. There's not no Laporte. And Laporte don't even start for them. It's Stones and Diaz. This is what I'm saying. You comparing him to their third choice. Their centre-back partnership last season, I'm not so sure this season, was Laporte and Diaz. No, it was Stones and Diaz. So you're comparing him to the third best. Like, whatever, man. And then he wonders why he gets cooked. When do we start talking about Klopp's 2 trophies in 6 years? I know it's the Prem and Champions League, but still for one of the best managers in the world. That is definitely on Agenda FC. Not since 1985 have the Red Devils opened the calendar year with back-to-back top-flight defeats at home. So hopefully we continue that. I don't know what to tell you in it. If you think Lindelof's better than Stones, I don't know what to tell you. Like, again, if you want him that bad, take him at Liverpool, innit? All this hype over this guy when he's a decent defender. Like, that's it. He's above average. But man want to hype in it. You know what I'm saying? He don't start for City. Find me a City fan who agrees he don't start for Liverpool. Find me a Liverpool fan outside of you, Ryan, that wants Lindelof or would take him at Liverpool to start. Same with Chelsea. See, YG's a Spurs fan and he's saying I wouldn't have him on the Spurs bench. It's just you. It's just you and United fans who overgas our players. And that's why we're here fighting for top 4, because we have the likes of Lindelof, but we move. I said you have to wait until the end of the season because we could do the treble. Good one, Saint. That's a good one. I love that. Aja, my guy, saying. But yeah, we're going to close out the show, people. We are going to close out the show. But we're going to start to watch along. As soon as this stream ends, we will start the stream. Ivory Coast, Algeria, watch along. That will start, people, because it is about to kick off, actually. So I better get that stream up, etc., and do what needs to be done. But love to everyone that has locked in. Don't forget, people, don't forget that you can listen all the shows on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you want to listen while you're at work, while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, etc., no, right, I even sending you a link. I can't be asked with you today. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. The links are underneath in the description, people. Links underneath in the description for the SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes, people. Big up to my guy Saint every single time. Elijah Ryan, Black Diamond, all of the regulars as well. The ManDem United podcast will be back Tuesday, people. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. We just pushed this one earlier because of the AFCON game. That's all it is for the watch along. But love to everyone that's locked in. Catch you lot on the Ivory Coast versus Algeria watch along. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.